Mae Govannen, my Elven brothers and sisters. Today's video is about the parable of the lute. Uh, Thanks to the YouTube channel Spirit Science for donating the graphics to this. They do a wonderful job. You'll see a link to them in the description. Please give them some likes and loves and let them know that you're watching them. They've been wonderful for donating to our YouTube channel as well. So this is about the parable of the lute. It's basically a story about learning to keep one's life in balance. And today, for many people, that can be hard to do, especially when so much is going on, for example, with COVID and things of that nature. And so many people are beginning to feel that they are losing control of their lives and what they are able to manage and to be able to do on their own. So that's what this video is about, very short. I wanted to go at this again, as always, from an Elven perspective. In every Elf's life, as we move towards reawakening, it is often very easy, and I have been guilty of this as well, to forget about living a life in balance. That means body, mind, and soul, living them all in balance. It's one thing to say, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to work out and I'm going to learn martial arts, or I'm going to eat a better diet and I'm going to take care of my body. And then we don't think about the mind, the emotions, and we don't think about our soul, becoming soulful spirits, learning to grow as an individual, but also to reach out and to serve and help others around the world as well, or at least in our little corner of the world. So, or we'll forget about the body and we'll totally focus on the mind and emotions and study. And again, I've been guilty of this before as well. And we study and we accomplish all these wonderful laurels, but we forget about the body and we forget about the soul as well. So we, in our excitement, in our passion to grow as elves, we often forget to keep ourselves in balance. Alright, so we must not let ourselves also in today's world become overly concerned with matters that are outside of our control. Alright, things are what they are right now, and a lot of it is unnecessary, but it is what it is. So learn to find that balance within yourself, to love what is going on in your life, to learn whatever those lessons may be. There is nothing that is in your life that doesn't have a purpose, and we need to learn the lesson of that purpose so that we can then let it go and move on. And that's part of balance too. Being out of balance also can simply mean that I just won't let go of this lesson, and I'm going to keep doing it over and over again. I'm going to complain and whine and cry about, wow, why does this keep happening to me? It's not that it's happening to you, it's that you've chosen to let this happen in your life. And until you learn the lesson, it won't come into balance and you won't be able to let it go. And again, I'm speaking from experience. Real quickly also, for you out there who choose to be healers in this life, try not to forget to keep things in balance by nurturing yourself, as well as when you try to help heal others. As a doctor, I know, with over 20 years of medical practice, this is a lesson that I had to learn over and over again until finally I got it right, that I cannot love my patients more than they love themselves. They have to eventually come around and take care of themselves. So you, as a healer, learn to nurture yourself as well as those that are in your care. Don't forget about yourself, or you won't be a healer very long. Again, part of balance. And for, again, those of the elves of us and others who are trying so hard to find the truth. Alright, don't try so hard. Alright, it's already there before you, as well as already inside of you. The harder you seek for something, the further away it seems to go. Alright, you are the truth. You are the truth. As the Silver Elves have often stated before, and I love this saying of theirs, a grasping hand will hold no water, but an open one will fill. Go with the flow, let it happen, learn, and relax. So as I said, the following video was donated by the YouTube channel Spirit Science. It tells us the short story, The Parable of the Lute. It's a wonderful tale of finding balance. I hope you all enjoy it. Alright, and I will put at the end of this a haiku poem I wrote based on that little saying, the Silver Elves. Alright. All of you have a most blessed and gentle rest of your day and evening. Mae.
Parable of the Lute. Once the Buddha was living on a mountain called Vulture Peak. During this time, the wise Sona lived alone in the cool forest. This thought occurred to Sona.
I am an energetic student of Buddha, yet my mind has not found freedom.
Now, Buddha on the mountain perceived this thought that Sona had and left Vulture Peak. Incredibly quickly, he appeared to Sona in the cool forest and said, Sona, did you just have the thought, I am an energetic student of Buddha, yet my mind has not found freedom?
Yes, Buddha.
Buddha replied, and tell me, Sona, when the strings of your lute were too tight, was then your lute tuneful and easily playable?
Certainly not, Buddha.
And when the strings of the lute were too loose, was then your lute tuneful and easily playable?
Of course not, Buddha.
But Sona, when your lute was not too tight nor too loose, but adjusted to the perfect pitch, did your lute have a wonderful sound and was it easily playable?
Certainly, Buddha.
Similarly, Sona, if energy is applied too strongly, it will lead to restlessness, and if energy is too loose, it will lead to weariness. Therefore, Sona, keep your energy in balance, and balance the spiritual aspects, and in this way, focus your attention.
Yes, Buddha.
Afterwards, Sona kept his energy balanced, balancing his spiritual nature, and in this way focused his attention. Sona, living alone and secluded, diligent and resolute, soon realized here and now his own direct knowledge of the perfect life.